my name is Rabina and I'm from Nepal. I'm the author for Biochemistry Lipid books. Pivotal moment in my life has to be about change. Since I was small, everything is constantly changing from me. I changed so many schools, I changed countries, I changed cities within the country. We as a family went to Qatar, and during my mid-board exams, we went back to Nepal. So the change, like the only constant thing in my life has been change. And this change, keyword change, has helped me become so resilient, has made me be able to adapt to different things around me, that I think that particular thing, and I have come into agreement that the only thing that is stable in life is change. My passion for writing started in 8th grade. We started to learn about poetry and writing poems. I got introduced to it in 8th grade, and I loved it. Like, I, as a kid, struggled to express my emotions and my thoughts. I was not very good with my words. So this gave me like a gateway, and it was so nice. It was so intricately, in such a short way, and in complexity of the words, you could explain what you are feeling, what you are thinking. It was just amazing. And I started writing poems. And as I started, it opened me so many more windows. Like, I got exposed to spoken word poetry, and then I started writing short stories, and then I evolved into writing screenplays. And now, like, as time has progressed and now I'm in medical school, I have started writing scientific information. And I think my way and my shape of writing is evolving around according to the need around me. And when I saw, like, okay, there might be a need that a fellow student might get help from my way of writing, I got into the scientific writing.
How did you learn about USEP, and what initially sparked this passion?
I actually got to know about Yusuf through you, Zubair, because I used to follow you on Instagram and you posted about Yusuf. So I was like, oh my God, like a fellow student of our university is doing this, and I wanted to support it in any way, shape or form that I could. And at the moment, the way I could support was through following. So I started following Yusuf, and they posted during the summer writing program. When I first saw it, I was like, maybe I shouldn't do it, because I was back home, I was spending time with my family, but I could not let go of it in my head. I was just like, oh my God, this will be such a nice way to connect to students. It'll be such a nice way to help people in medical school. So I went back to it and I applied for it. And the reason like this thing got sparked in me is the same reason I joined medical school. Is I am a very curious person. I love the what, the whys, the when, the hows. I love like knowing how things work. And the biggest question of like knowing things work is like, how does the human body work? And that is the reason I joined medical school. And as I'm like exploring all the whys and like all the hows, I thought like writing this book would help students also to remember the reason they started this journey, because we are all curious. We all want to know, which is why we are here. And sometimes because of the complexity of the exam, the heavy content of the work, we forget why we started this. So I hope my book can like reignite this curiosity in you, that why did you start this journey?
And how did you find the USEP summer writing program, and what did you learn throughout this program?
It was amazing. Like, everybody in the team is fantastic, especially Betul. I loved working with her. She's so kind, she's so intellectual. Working with her was a dream. And everybody in the team was fantastic. Everybody's so helpful, everybody's so kind, everybody like gives us like such like criticism in a very constructive way. So everybody's like, there's constructive criticism, everybody respects your boundaries, it was like a dream team. Like, if you ever want to work in a workplace, you would want to work in a workplace with like work ethical as the USEP program. And it was amazing. What was the second part of the question?
What did you learn throughout this program?
I learned to stay motivated, and the main thing I learned is to see from a different perspective. Because I was writing this book, I knew the content, but I was writing it for somebody else, and people reading the book have a different depth of knowledge. So I had to see from a different perspective to know how people might be reading this information, how they might be, how much do they know. So I learned how to see from somebody else's perspective. And I think that not only helped in me writing the book, but also like later on in my life, I can now be a more comfortable taking account of somebody else's view.
And finally, in what ways have the students you've worked with influenced your own personal and professional growth?
Main thing I learned is like there is no one right way. especially working with people from different ethnicity, different, like somebody completely different from you. It just opens your perspective to this whole new world that, okay, everything I know is not the only way. And you learn this, you see this, you change your mentality, you change, like it adds to your personality.
Thank you so much, Rabina, and I wish you all the best in your future work.
You're welcome. Thank you for taking the interview.